I wanted to give you a quick run through on these two different tourniquets. This one is the C.A.T Gen 7 tourniquet. You probably recognize this, it's a staple in the industry. This is the DNIPRO tourniquet. So this is manufactured out of the Ukraine. It's essentially the same style of tourniquet as the C.A.T Gen 7, but it comes with an aluminium windlass and an aluminium routing buckle, and I'm going to give you a run through both of these two different tourniquets. So going through the differences on these two tourniquets, I'm going to first open them up. So both of them were staged exactly the same. So you can see they're staged about the same size. When you open these things right out and compare them in length, which is a good consideration for, say, the diameter of limb or circumference of limb to go over. They are about an inch difference in length, with the DNIPRO being just that fraction shorter, but not enough to make any difference. When we look at the components of them, they work very, very similar. So you've got a routing buckle at the top, same on the opposite side on the DNIPRO. You've got a windlass, and same on the DNIPRO, and you've got a windlass clip with like a retention velcro, same on the DNIPRO. The big differences here are the C.A.T has got a plastic routing buckle, and the DNIPRO has a aluminium routing buckle. It's also curved as well. The DNIPRO has got an aluminium windlass, whereas the C.A.T's got a plastic one, and the C.A.T's windlass lock is cut square, and the DNIPRO has got an angled windlass clip over here. So when you go to fit the windlass in here, I think it gives you that little bit extra room in comparison to the C.A.T. So both the windlasses acting the same way. So the smart thing about this is, on the C.A.T, if you have a look at this piece of webbing, it's not just concertinaing up just that webbing. When it tensions this webbing runs all the way down to the tip of the C.A.T. So it basically tensions up the webbing all the way along here. So I'm going to stretch this back out. And exactly the same with the DNIPRO as well. So it's got the webbing over here. This webbing runs internally all the way along, exactly the same as the C.A.T, which means that you get tension along the whole circumference of the limb. It's not just one section which is concertinaing up. To stage this for a left arm, which is like a standard thing for our industry, people injuring themselves in the left arm, I'm able to fold over the end tab on the DNIPRO and folding this back on itself like so. So that's exactly the same as when we're staging the C.A.T for our needs, is folding over that end tab and velcroing this section together, so it gives you that same ability to grab a hold of the end tab when you go to apply it. A good thing to note is both of these have got all of the labeling on them. So on the DNIPRO, you can see that it's got lot number, production date, and lifespan of the product. It's also got its CE markings and all the manufacturer information as well. On the C.A.T, this is a training C.A.T, so that's why it says for training use only. That's because this is a blue C.A.T, but in all other ways it's identical. So this one's got its NSN number, so that's the NATO stock number for the armed forces. It's got C.A.T tourniquet, it's got a lot number and a serial number there as well. So it's good having all of that information on the tourniquets for sure. If we flip over the C.A.T, you can see that it's also got the additional manufacturing information on the bottom of that plastic panel. The DNIPRO doesn't have that, but it does have patented written on the back. One thing to note, maybe from a comfort perspective, I don't know how much that's a consideration for you guys, but the C.A.T is very you know, flat across the bottom. The DNIPRO, they've got that curved buckle over here, but also the section between the buckle is actually padded. Like, this is pretty squishy over there, which is kind of nice. Maybe for training purposes it means that it doesn't dig into your arm over and over again if you're doing this a lot as a trainer. So for us, staging the C.A.T and the DNIPRO is very similar. So I've got the C.A.T and I've got the folded over end tab, and then from here I'm folding it over at the buckle and then back on itself. And with the DNIPRO it's the same. I've got that folded over end tab. I'm going to run that back along the plastic section and back down, and then just tucking the windlass straight like that. And this way of staging it for us, especially with the high risk of chainsaw injuries in the left arm, this allows us to, when we've deployed it from our trauma kits, grab it, flick it open, pull that ends tab, and obviously crank down your windlass a lot, lock off the tail and pull the time tab across. Exactly the same with the DNIPRO. Once you've pulled this out of your trauma kit, you're holding it like this, flick it open, it opens in the same way. Exactly the same with that tab over there. Going to crank it down. You obviously crank down the windlass, pull the tail through and pull across that time tab as well. So in all ways they are very, very identical. The differences being is that the DNIPRO's got the aluminium windlass on it, it's got the aluminium curved routing buckle, and it's also got like an angled cutout for getting the windlass away. From a price point perspective, as a lot of the people in our industry are self-funding, their trauma kits price is a big consideration. But also the functionality as well. You don't want to compromise on functionality by going for a cheap product. So I'll drop in the price points of both of these devices here. Okay, so that's a quick overview on the comparisons between the C.A.T Gen 7 Tourniquet and the DNIPRO Tourniquet. Hopefully that was helpful. They're both fantastic tourniquets, and if either one of these were in my trauma kit, I'd be happy with either one of them. Any questions, drop them below, and see you next time. Cheers, legends.